Kenny, what was it like? Coach Stoops said you told the team today about your decision. How hard was it to do that, and what was it like?
It really wasn't hard. It was a moment I get to share with my guys. They were all happy for me, clapping, screaming. So I shared a good moment with them, but I had to announce.
Was it a difficult decision to make? Did it take a long time of mulling it over with your family and whatnot?
Really, what it was me accepting the fact that that it was more like time, that my life was going to change, that things are going to be different. I'm not going to be doing a lot of the same things, but yeah, it was just accepting the fact. Talking with my parents. It's emotional, really. You know what I'm saying? But it was what had to be done, and I'm here today.
Before the season began, is this kind of how you envisioned this season playing out for yourself with the rushing yards and things like that?
I could say so. I had high standards. I set high standards for myself every year. Especially with a 1,000-yard, mark. I try to get it every year. So this was a pretty good year for me. I feel like, and I'm very happy with myself.
How much does the 107 yards stick with you going forward into this last game? Do you have to focus on it? Do you not focus on it?
See, I don't focus on it, and I understand you the media, you gotta ask, but I really want to stay as far away from that because Benny will handle that. You know what I mean? There's no need to talk about it. It just gets done, and it's what it is. But that's the last thing in my room. That's my last goal.
Is it like a jinx?
They're about I want to say 6 going into the season.
Yeah.
And I knocked all 5 down, so I got one more.
Is it like a jinx thing where you don't want to talk about it, or else you might jinx it?
Nah, it's not a jinx thing. It's just, why are we talking about it? Like, you're gonna go see me do it. So, you know what I'm saying? There's just no point in talking about it. I don't know.
Benny, you've had a lot of big moments in 3 years. Do you have a favorite?
Oh. I want to say for this year, I really like the Mississippi State game. For my performance, freshman year, when we beat Louisville and I scored my touchdown against them in the Wildcat. Those are really my top ones. Mississippi State was probably the best. That was the funnest I've had in a long time. So.
You said you only have one goal left on the wall. Is there anything that you didn't accomplish that you wanted to in the 3 years here?
Nope. Nope.
You said Mississippi State was your favorite game, and Coach Stoops said Penn State's a lot like Mississippi State. How do you try to replicate that kind of performance?
Well, it's all going to start off on our edge on how we approach the game. It's gonna be a big game. Like you're getting that feeling like, okay, this is a good opponent we're facing. So you got to give them their respect, and you got to prepare for them right. They got some NFL guys, and that's fact. So it's definitely gonna be a battle, but it's very similar to Mississippi State on who's their game changers on their defense and where are their weaknesses at. So it's gonna be exciting.
I know you play hard every play out there. Do you feel like you need to let the game come to you rather than worrying about jumping out and getting the first, let's say hypothetically, the first 5 play beat rather than just letting the game come to you?
Oh, yeah. I would like the game to come to me. I definitely want the game to come to me. I've learned a lot that going into games, I gotta take a deep breath and I gotta be calm because at the beginning of the season, it's like the hype is on me and it's like you're Benny Snell, so you just gotta make something happen and you gotta force it. Now I know not to do that no more. I gotta relax and I just gotta play football. So I usually mess up when I'm trying to make things happen.
Right.
If I'm calm and I just play football, that's when the best outcome comes for me. So.
How much of a decision was it for you to play in the Citrus Bowl? I mean, did you think about sitting out at all?
No, I didn't think about sitting out. There were discussions, of course, about me sitting out, but I want to go out like I came in with my brothers.
How much of sitting out a lot of last year's bowl game did that play into the decision to play this year? Excuse me.
Oh, I mean, last year we know what that was, so I don't really got to speak on that, on how they did me. But yeah, a bowl game was took from me, so I want to play in a bowl game. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right now is the time for the young guys to get a lot of reps. What do Chris and Smoke both do well, and what are kind of some of the lessons you're trying to teach them throughout the bowl practice?
Yeah, what they do well is they listen to me, and of course they pay attention to the little things that I teach them. I try them to be as technique sound as possible. Always finish runs, always run hard. Never let one guy tackle you. You know, fall forward, and you know, just play the game. Don't try to make things happen. When you make things happen, it falls out of place. But you know, Smoke is real good at. He makes real good cuts. You know what I mean? He can get an open space. But like Chris is a lot like me. Like he can make you miss, or he can run through you. But like when he hits the hole, he's running full speed and he's falling forward. So Chris is a guy a lot like me, and they're both good. They're both good. You know, I look forward to seeing those guys.
How much does bowl prep help when you're a young guy like a freshman or a sophomore like you were? How much does having those extra 15 practices sort of get you ready for the next season?
It definitely is big. Again, there's a lot of breaks in between the bowl game and you know the next season, of course. But you know, just being able to be fresh off of a season and you know being able to get that practice in and work in, and your body's like relaxed and you're good to go. So it's definitely good to get your rest.
What's on your Christmas list?
Oh, I told my mom to get me. There's like a game system on Nintendo Switch, something like that. I want one of those. Smash Brothers. I want that. What else do I want? That really might be it. I don't think I have 2K. I might get 2K or something like that. But that's really it.
We're gonna have
Nah, see, this is just y'all don't be knowing about the fashion, man. I just pop up on y'all, you know what I mean? Come on.
Benny, you're really close with your dad. What advice has he given you in terms of finishing out your career here?
Oh man, you know, he just tells me to enjoy it and have a blast with it. You know, it just happened so fast. Like I just remember being a freshman and this all being new. You know what I mean? And now it's all coming to an end. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm so happy to be where I'm at, and for the things that I've done. Cause you know, sometimes I catch myself like thinking about things like, I really did that. I really did this. I really did this. And like, sometimes I don't get to look back on it. You know what I'm saying? So I've enjoyed every moment here, man. I've had the time of my life. So.
Anybody else?